All right. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let's see, so everything works and it seems to be working fine. All right. So where are we today? So it's the May 7th and today we are going to work a little bit with the targeting widget because we saw yesterday, if you saw it yesterday, but we saw that we don't get any feedback for when anybody that we target get damaged. So we need to grab that information and proceed to fill in our targeting widget with that information. So that's what we're going to do today. So we got this. We can start by opening this up and make sure that we can actually know what we're talking about here. Loading my project. Because I saw that I've been doing it very, very differently in the two systems. Because we basically have the same system that we have in our main our vehicles stats, and we want to basically see the same thing. So I'm gonna look at the difference between them, and you gotta remember I did one of these, the one in that we're looking at today. I did that 6 months ago or something, and to be honest, I didn't have enough information on how these things work. So we're gonna compare them a little bit. So we're gonna start playing this game, and it doesn't really matter what we do, but I want to take and we're gonna target this bad boy over here. We get that widget delay widget first, and then we got the targeting widget, and we can actually say that this character is doing the same as our character. It starts with a little lower level of shield and it starts building it up. But we can't really see that happening because we just get the initial value and nothing else. And to be honest, we get these two widgets are basically identical. It's not the final widget we're going to have in the game, but we just want to test these things out to make sure that things talk to each other, and then we can make it pretty whenever we feel like we're ready to do so. But as you can see, this is not growing, even though they are actually getting the same shield regeneration as my character here. And same thing, if I damage these things, that nothing will happen. So what I want to do is I want to compare the two systems and see what I do differently. And because I think I've built up a pretty good system for this guy over down here. And I think we're going to lean over more into this type of system than what we have up here. Because I don't really know what the hell I was doing here. So let's see, closing down that. This is the widget controller for the target locked. So it's that one up there. And we're talking about, we are basically broadcasting these values here. And if we look at, we're going to open up my other target, or not my target, my main. Let's see. Other relay, their main. This is the guy. Up here. Oh, interesting. This is actually, I already solved that. I was a crashes that I didn't fucking understand what the hell was going on. So I put it up here just in case I forgot to solve it and moved on to something else. Leave a comment. It's just so all this is actually solved. I solved that. And so how this is actually working is a little bit different. So basically what I have is I built up my entire widget here with materials. It's different materials. I got a you know, the little black circle is one material, and then I got the background material, and then I got the, you know, the blue stuff here, the shield is one material, and then I got another material here and one material here, and that's how I built that up. I built it up with different materials. So let's see, and they have two different. Let's see here. I got progress base material, and then I got something called damage material, which is a little bit different. So damage material is when you get damages that will show up, and it recalculates according to according to where, let's say you have, you know, damage, right? I can probably show it a little bit better here. We'll just take this little container, and we are going to, we can't do that because it's actually our container. All right, so, well, I can quickly add another container here that we can hack. I'm gonna take my secondary character here, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna open his fitting menu. He's gonna go into storage, or storage actually, because we got a bug here that makes sure that we don't lose any. We can just add as many as we want. We will never remove any of those. But that's it. We put out 2 of those. We're going to change our number of players back to 1. And now we can actually interact with these guys. And we can start the hacking process. And when we fail the hacking process, of course, we get damage dealt, right? To our. And if we do that, we'll see that we're going to get a little red square thing. Because this starts down here and then it goes 180, right? But if we get a little damage here, we want the damage to display that we have the start damage here, where we are, and then all the way down to where we are going to have the new damage level. And we want to mark that and show it off as a shrinking thing, right? So let's see if we get it. There is a little bug here, so hopefully we don't see it now. It's not game changing or anything like that, but it's a little bit buggy because it doesn't always show this material up. But if we do that, we saw it. It got a little reddish, and then so we have to do a special calculation with that one. That's why we have a specific material for that can do that calculation. Okay, let's talk away here. Let's see. So that is basically what that is. The progress, the damage material is that red little material. All right. So we got damage material on basically all. So we got one for shield, we got one for armor, we got one for core, and I think we have one for energy as well. So whenever we are using a module, it will lerp in and it's gonna take energy from your energy level or mana, and that's going to show up in red as well. So that's it there. However, what we're doing here, we're setting scalar parameters, the scalar parameters on these. So we do that by initial value there, and we calculate health value. And then here's the lerp function. And we're not going to use, I don't think we're going to use a lerp function for, hi Depinder, how you doing, man? How you doing? Welcome in. So we're not going to use a lerp function for the target widget, I think. I think that's a little overkill. That is the function where it actually shows the value. So the lerp function is, okay, so if we take, I don't know which one I used. Fuck. Oh, this guy. It doesn't matter. It resets, right? Yeah, it resets. So the lerp function is, if I press exit here, we see that it starts going from 1 point, the red thing, go from 1 point, and then slowly goes down. That is the lerp function, you know, that is updating over time. And I don't think we don't need that in the target. It just goes from A to B, then that's it. You know, we don't need to see a lerping function up there, I think. Oh, maybe. We'll see. Okay. So I'm just talking my way through this. And this is what we're not doing. We don't get the gameplay attribute value change delegate in the target. So this is what we need to introduce. So, well, let's see. We do that in bind call back to dependencies. Let's see here. So the thing is that I don't really know what the hell I did here when it comes to broadcast that value. Why do I broadcast that? I have to look at what I'm doing with that actual widget. Because it looks like I'm broadcasting it to it and not actually getting the value. We'll take a look. Take a look. Target lock is what we're looking for. Is this guy here. And let's see here. It's selected. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I saw something on the news, man. You're in India, right? Yeah. Oh my god. That's just horrible. That's freaking horrible. I just hope for the best. I mean, adult people should be able to fucking handle stuff without using their fists or arsenal or whatever they use. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, it's no, and especially with two countries that both have nuclear weapons. That is just fucking insane. That is just insane. Yeah, I'm sorry for you guys. I hope for the best that you'll solve it, or the leaders will solve that shit. Jesus God. So what am I doing here? Target lock widget. Let's look at the widget. Take look at the actual widget. I got so many pages open. Control, we don't need that. We can close it, start cleaning this up and closing down what I'm not gonna use today. I just left everything open yesterday. Oh shit, your city's nearest to the border. Be safe, man. Be safe. I don't know what you can do about it, but yeah, damn. Yeah, I saw something about the India been shooting down planes, and yeah. It was the last thing I saw anyway, that they had managed to shoot down like 6 or 7 fighter jets. And when you start doing that, it's hard to walk back. I don't know anything about it. I just think that people should be able to talk and discuss through problems rather than use their fists. I know it's about that region between India and Pakistan, and you've been fighting since the separation between when India and Pakistan was separated. But I don't know, how long was that ago? 70 years ago? 80 years? 90 years? Yeah. Target component, we can skip that. We can skip the controller. Let's see, you can close that down. What else do we have here? Main health, that's that one. We can keep that open. Target load widget, yeah. Creating dynamic material. Think this is what we're doing. Wow, okay. This feels like material index. This was probably pretty good right now when I created this, but to be honest, I think that we can do it in a better way now. Let's see here. Just take a look at this. What we're gonna do is import this. Yeah, that's what I'm not doing. I'm not importing the material. I should import it as an MI. I don't really know what the hell I'm doing here. So we're gonna set this material from shield empty can be empty. That's fine. Image and energy border is fine. So we need to do the shield image. I'm gonna rework this completely from scratch almost. So we're gonna see here. So let's get the shield image. Shield image, armor image, and core image. That's fine. Probably need some kind of... Alright. Cool. I think we have it here. So what I'm gonna do, go in here. We're gonna create a constructor. We're gonna start with that. We're gonna import our material that we want. And of course this needs to go. Jesus. This is the problem. I got my microphone right in front of my keyboard, so I can't fucking see what I'm doing. India and Pakistan are separated. 47. Pakistan military is not under the government. Oh, Pakistani military is not under the government. So they do what they want. Okay. All right. It seems to be a few countries that have that, right? I mean, isn't that basically what you have in a lot of countries? Turkey has that system as well, where the military has some kind of even split of government between the military and the civilian government. That's just insane. I mean, you gotta have civilian oversight over the military, otherwise you can't have military gonna do what the military do. They like their guns. That's what the military does, right? Yeah, that's just insane if you have that system. That's just insane. do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a progress material. Basically going to copy this guy over here. And we're going to take our main alt bar. I'm going to have a progress bar material. I'm going to copy that guy. Okay. Down here. Now we have a material interface that is our material instance of our progress bar. So we need to set that up. I'm going to do that for each of our materials. Let's see. So we don't have any of those. Jesus. I really need to do this from scratch. Okay, so where are our widget? Targeting widget parent class. We don't need a parent. We need a lock widget. These are the ones. We need 3 images. I'm gonna copy these guys. There. Thank you. I'm going to declare those. Now I'm going to add those to the initial of the controller. So you image 77 me, how you doing, man? Welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. So we're going to do shield in shield image. I'm going to have 3 times. 2, 3. This is armor. And this is core. It's really interesting to see how you update your own system as you go along. I mean, I did this maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago. And now that I start looking at it, you go like, what the hell was I doing? Because you came up with a better system. And all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, we have to redo this, but it's okay. It doesn't take that long. You just go back and you look at what you did, the way you wanted it to look at. And then you basically just update it. Say in armor. There we go. Core image equals in core image. You don't have to think, you just need to make sure that it's going forward. You know, it's not the best, you know, but I'm learning so much every time, and sometimes I have to sit and really just learn new things, and because I often have no freaking clue at how to do certain things, and then I sit with old stuff that I've been doing before on tutorials I've been doing, or I ask ChatGPT. I don't ask ChatGPT for pure code. How do I do this? Because what I do is I go to ChatGPT and go like, okay, I want to get this concept to work. You know, how would we, in theory, build up? What kind of function are we looking for? What kind of, different systems do we put in place? And then I learn more about subsystems or other things. And often ChatGPT has no freaking clue about a lot of things. And you have to basically pick and choose and ask the right question and really investigate what you want, and then from there test, trial and error, and learn by doing. So it's pretty fun to do that, but that's not very good when you're streaming. They're basically sitting for hours and just looking into different ways of doing one thing. And sometimes I do. I spend like 6-7 hours doing a system, and then realizing that this is not going to work. It's just not going to do what I want it to do. And then you go back and you rip it up and start over, you know. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing it. That's the most important thing. I have a lot of fun doing it. So today we're redoing something I did 6-7 months ago, and I realized that this is not going to work. And we'll just rebuild it with a system that I know is going to work, because I've done it in another place. So we'll just go back and forth and look, what did I do here? And then we'll do it. So we're going to initialize our images. We want this function here. Same function. Going to be initialize image function. It's just a regular void function. Nothing crazy. And we're going to initialize the materials. And this is a little trial and error, actually. It might not be the best way of doing it, but we'll see what I'm doing here. So we're going to create some materials. Let's see. Shield. So we need the image, and we're going to set brush from material, right? So what I'm doing here, I'm using a struct where I have all these things inside. I don't need that for my target locked widget here. I'm just going to use the images straight out of the bat. So we're going to have the 3 images, which are the shield image, armor image, and core image. So we can just put them shield image, armor image. Come on, what are? Oh shit, I can't do that. Okay, so we need to start with set brush. Ooh, brush from material. No, from material. Thank you. And we're gonna use our progress material. Okay. And let's see here. Then we have got it here. Shield. Shield image. Here we go. Just grab that here. Say shield. Let's just grab this whole thing. So we're creating a brush material. Let's see. Shield image mid. Did I store those? Yes, I stored that. Shield image mid. You see, it's just crazy amount of these things. Okay, let's see. We don't need to bind those here. We can remove that though. If I don't use any, no, I use very as little AI as possible. I do talk to ChatGPT when it comes to asking questions. Oh my god, hold on. Enough! That's enough! Go! Mailman is here. All right. Let's wait the date for the mailman to leave. So let's do this. Because the thing is, I try to really understand why I do certain things. I don't want to just ask and get code. I need to understand why you do certain things, right? This is a thing that I learned about a transient, meaning that it will not be saved or loaded. Properties tagged with this way will be zero filled at load time. We had a discussion. I don't remember what the fuck it was, but it was something that, Jesus, what the hell was it? We used it because it's not. Jesus, I don't remember what the fucking reason was. I got the reason for why we use transient. Oh my god, it's so much information sometimes, so it's just crazy. All right. Oh, there we go. Shield image. So we're creating a brush from the material, and then we're getting that brush, the dynamic material from that brush, and we set it into the material ID here. Let's see. So we're gonna do that for all of my materials. It's just shields, and we're gonna do an armor image, and we're gonna do the same thing here. Did I update that? Yes. Boom. 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 And I'm gonna do just get core as well. We're gonna have core image. And it's so funny because I'm sitting and talking to ChatGPT and try to learn, these things. Why do we use certain words, and how does that work, and blah blah blah. And then it's like it's not in through one ear and out through the other sometimes. All right, so then we want to set some scalar values here. Nav 777. Thank you for the follow, man. We want to set the scalar parameter values for our material. And I think we're going to basically use the same first, and then we'll just update it if needed. We'll take a look at what it looks like first. We can do that for all these. We have the armor border, armor image. Go. And we're going to do that for our core image. There we go. Cool. All right. Okay. That is that. That is that. So we need to start thinking about how we are setting the initial values on this first of all. Look at that there. Set initial values. Okay, so we're getting the abilities to component. And then we're getting the AS. We're going to take a look at that here because we are initial values. Here we go. So what are we doing here really? That's got to be set when we're adding the they gotta be set when we're creating it, right? Broadcast initial values. No, here we go. Broadcast initial values. Okay, let's just do. We're going to comment out this entire thing. Need to redo this because this is not how we're gonna do it. Comment this out for now. We're gonna set it basically the same way. Yeah, it comes from your YouTube live. Woo! Nice to see you on Twitch as well. I was thinking it was you, but I was like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. Probably was, but 77 me. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you had the name Nav in YouTube as well. Then you changed it, right? So, oh Jesus, glasses need to be cleaned. Okay, let's see. We need to get the targets ASC, right? We're gonna get the targets ASC, and then we're gonna get the targets ability system, the healthcare attribute set. So we need to make sure that we get the target in here. We have the target. Target actor. We got the target actor. Whee! We got the target actor. We got the target actor. So that means we can get the target ASC. So we start with that. Getting the ASC library, and we're going to say boom, target actor. Nice. So now we know that we have the targets ASC, and we'll just copy this. Now, I mean, why code something we can just copy and paste, right? All right, so we need the shield value, and we're going to get the max shield value. We need to store that. We need to store that. The reason? Well, max shield value. Shield value. Max armor, shield, core, and energy. We don't need the energy for this one. How are you doing, by the way? You having a good day? Is everything good with you? Let's see. Shield broadcast value. Okay. Test that out. Boom. Shield value is get shield. Max shield is get max shield. Both. Get broadcast value if the max shield value is greater than 0. Then we will take shield broadcast and calculate health values, which we don't have a function for yet. Should not have that function. How do you have that function? Oh, we have that function. Does it look the same? Did I take this? Basically copy this. Come on, where are you? Calculate, 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 calculate. Jesus Christ. Where? Calculate health values. There we go. So old value, in, out, blah, 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 return out value, blah, 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 round. So it's the same function that we're using. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Now we're just gonna find where the hell we were. Jesus. Broadcast. What the hell? Jesus. There we go. Initial values. Values. Go. Don't. Okay. So we calculate that. Calculate that, and then then we're gonna get the material instance, dynamic instance that we created, right? Don't know why I should be able to grab that because I think I have that straight up. Didn't I just save that? MID. Yep. Shield image MID is this. Boom, boom, boom. and boom. Okay, so we set the value for progress to that value. Yeah, that's it. Copy this and just do the same thing with all of these. For armor, we're gonna have max armor. Save that. Calculate values, and we're going to save that. And armor. Yeah, you. I think you have to wait there a little bit, man. But it's fun to. Shit, this is wrong. This is wrong. I don't know. We'll see how far I get and what happening in the future with this. But you know, I learned a lot and I'm having fun learning. So core value and get shit. Core. This is probably stupid that I did this because I have all this here, so I'm gonna copy it and just boom. Calculate max core. But for me, it's a little bit the journey is the game for me. I think it could be fun. Could be a fun game. All right, so now we have set that we are broadcasting our initial values. We should actually be able to see something. It's probably going to look like garbage because we need to set these inner circle height, outer circle in color, whatever. We'll see what we can get there. Was somebody yesterday remember his name, but we're like, why don't you use, why don't you do this in Blueprint and stuff? It would go so much faster. And I'm like, yeah, but it's like I want to learn to do this, right? That's what I want to do. All right, let's see what it looks like. Probably garbage, but boom, actually not bad. Not perfect, but not bad, I would say. First of all, the inner material. Why is this not maxed? See that my inner material, my ghost material is not full there. Something is not right. Something is absolutely not right. They have the same value, all of them. That's not right. So what I want to see though is when I want to go in here and let's see if I take, for example, calculate health values here. Put a stop block there and a stop block there. And see what we get. Not even in here at all. Why are we not in here? Okay, let's see here. We don't even get in here at all. Interesting. Interesting. I want to say why. Okay, are we even... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Set target init controller. So what I want to do here, I want to do initialize image. Don't I do that somewhere? I don't do that. Okay, that's why it looked all right. Ha! Not doing anything. Okay, so init controller, set the target name, that's fine. And then we're going to initialize the image. And okay, and then after we initialize the image, we want to set initial values. And to be honest, we don't need these things anymore because we are getting them in here. Boom. Set initial values. I'm going to take that. Set initial values. And we are just going to... Where are you? Where are you? Oh, set initial. There we go. And we're probably going to go somewhere to... I'm going to load this and just make sure that we actually are going to be able to build this, because I don't think we are. I think it's going to be... No, it actually worked. That's interesting. I was thinking that we are calling initially set initial values here somewhere, but we apparently didn't do that at all. That is just crazy. Target name. Huh. Right. Let's see what happens here now. Look at that. Still looks okay. They seem to be full now. No, Coltrane. No, not now. Okay. Still not in here. What the hell? Oh. Damn. Okay, how about now then? Should be able to get in there now. A little irritating when you forget to implement those things or adding those functions in there. All right, let's see here now if we get... Boom, now we're in here. All right, I get values. I get shield value 0. I'll get armor value 25. Perfect. So now we get something that corresponds with the actual actor itself. Boom. Yep. That is awesome. Exactly what I wanted. All right. So now we need to make sure that they are actually updating according to their actual values. Give me a second. I gotta take care of the dog. That dog thinks he's everything in a bag of chips. Let's see. Close down this guy, and we're going to start working on updating it. So what we have here, for example, is that we have bind callbacks to dependencies, and we are binding our values here to whenever they get updated, right? And I think we're going to basically do the same thing, all of these things. I'm gonna take a look at it. Don't do any mistakes. Get spawn attributes. Right, because I'm using that because I have two different attribute sets. But because the energy or mana comes from the ship fitting attribute set, while the shield, core, and armor comes from the health attribute set. So basically what I need to do is just do a get set. We got the ability system component that we can store. So let's see here. So I can do this right here. So we set the initial values. So I want to store, first of all, this can just, what the hell is this? Broadcast initial values. We don't broadcast anything anymore. I can actually delete that. Boom. And remove that broadcast initial values. Boom. First, we don't need that. So what are we doing? We are binding call, but this is where we're going to do all the good fun things. And let's see, initial set. When we set the initial values, we are getting the ASCs. We don't need. All we need to do is make sure that we store that. And that is a UGD ability system component. We're going to do that here. We're going to store it. Boom. All the empty space here. I'm still working on what I want to do, how I want to make my code look. And because I'm a little bit up and down when it comes to, space, no space. A lot of small things that, how do I want my code to look like? So it's the same everywhere. So this is my health attribute set. It's not what we wanted. We wanted the ability system component is what we want to store. Or do we just want to store the attribute set instead? I mean, that's basically what I want, right? I want to store the attribute set rather. So health attribute set. So we can store that one. I can just copy that. I'm gonna go up here and replace. Oh, no, we don't need to do that. There we go. And we're gonna clean this up a little bit. That there. Boom. So now we have stored the attributes that we haven't stored it yet, but we will store it now. There, and when we have the attribute set. So we're going to say attribute set equals AS. There we go. And now we can health attribute set. No, what? GD health attribute set. It's a T object pointer. Is this a const or some shit like that? Yes. Let's remove the. Oh, and this has to be const. Jesus. So what do we do? What do we do then? The attributes has to be const. But we can't. Can we do that here? No, not like so. I don't know. I was testing things out there. Like so. No, it didn't work. I know there is a way to do this. I just let's get test a couple of things out. I know there is a way to do that. Just don't remember how. That's exactly what it was. All right. So we don't do a T object pointer. We just do a regular const pointer. All right. Okay. Anyway, that works there. And now we can use that everywhere for AS. So, although that's probably smaller, but yeah. Cool. Now we can say now in our find callback dependencies. See, do that there. Find that and we'll say if attribute set. So now we have that. Cool. So we are in here actually. If we have it, yes, we have it. Right. That's where we set it. We don't need that. We're gonna get the current values. Might need to start with that. And then we will add your object. Okay, so damn, I need the ability system component. I forgot. So I need to do that anyway. I need to store that. So we're gonna store that anyway. So we're gonna do if. I'm gonna have the here we're gonna do a U ability system component, ability system component, and we are just gonna do this UGD ability system component, and it's fine. That no, you property, you don't like that? Why not? Why don't you like that? Member variable declaration. Ability system cannot be defined with you as it's already defined in scope. Oh, I already have that. Huh. Where do we have it? Where do we have it? I don't have it. Huh. What? Wait a minute. Then I don't understand what the fuck that said. Member variable declaration. Ability system component cannot be defined in target widget locked with your controller, already defined in scope with your controller. Oh fuck. Okay. So this is going to be target. That's it. Target ability system component. Cool. Now we are cooking with oil. Okay. So we're going to say target ability system component because we don't want my system component. We want targets ability system component. Copy that in there. And we're going to set that. Target ability system component equals ASC. Boom. 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 All right. So now we can say that we have that there. And then we can copy this stuff here. We need to create the functions, but technically we should just do that. And this is going to listen for the attributes changes. And we're going to update this one with that one. Okay. And now we need to create these functions. We can just copy those. And these are shield, max shield, armor, max armor, core, and max core. Those are the ones we want. Those. Put them down here somewhere. And we're going to mark these and generate definitions and just generate all of them like so. Now we can go up again and just change, copy that little thing there and everything that's red. Cool. So now we have on armor and on shield, on armor, and max, and whatever. So those are bound to whenever shield is changed, whenever max shield is changed, whenever current armor values is changed, when current max armor value is changed, current core value, and current max core value is changed. Cool. So now we got that. So now we can just make sure that we run our functions when we are in there. I'm just gonna double check so there's nothing else. No, that's it. So we can go down and look at these things. So what do we do here? Well, we are getting the owning widget. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. We're just gonna go down to my empty function here and make sure they are getting some space. Because I don't think I'm gonna do the same thing here. Let's see, because I'm not lerping these. I'm just gonna set them. This is all about the lerp and blah 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 blah. We're setting the endpoint. This is the damage. We're not going to do any of this. We are going to do what we're doing with the max shield here. Oh. Okay, let's just copy that in there and say. Okay, get a function here that we need to update. So we're gonna calculate the health values with get the new shield value. That's the max shield value. It's coming from the data new value. So the data has attribute. They got the new value. They got the old value, which could be important sometimes. I used it for example, when I'm setting my lerps. I use the new and old. We get that from the data that comes from the attribute when it changes. So we get the new value. We want to update and we're going to calculate health values like we did before. We're getting the shield and we're getting the max shield value, and then we have the new value for how to set it, so to say. Okay, we're gonna set progress bar. That's a function that we have here. There. That we just copied these. This is the same fucking thing, just in two completely different places in my code. And I could, create some kind of parent class for all these, but I rather not actually. Maybe I can do that later when I'm sitting and have nothing to do and I don't want to create new codes, and I can, instead of just update old codes. What the fuck? Okay, let's just X this out. It's doing inlines instead of putting in here. Remove this guy. There we go. Why are you green? Could make static. Okay, we'll wait with that. So basically what this is, set progress bar, is taking the material and setting the progress bar to the updated value, the new updated value. So we need a material and we need a updated value. So we can take that. Boom. Let's see. So the material is the shield image. But we don't need to get that because we already have that. So is this shield image MID? That is the dynamic material that we're going to use. Cool. Copy that now. This is for the shield value. So we're going to change this for shield value. Float. If we have a health attribute set, we're going to get the updated value. The new value and the max shield value that we are storing. Basically, I can just do this. I don't need that guy. Because what I'm doing, I'm storing the max shield value in an external. So I'm going to use it here. But I don't need to do that here. So basically, I just take the new value and I put that into the calculate health values with the max shield value. And we are getting the updated value back from that. So that is basically a 0 to 1 value, 0.0 to 1.0, and then we use that to set the progress bar. So we're gonna do the same thing with all these. This is the armor. This is max armor value, and this is armor image med. And then we're going to use this guy here for my max armor value, and get armor. And this is going to be armor. And whoops. Armor. Max shield. This is going to be max armor value. Max armor. All right. There we go. Cool. This is going to be core. Max core value. And this is going to be core image mid. And yeah, making sure that I don't do any mistakes. One little missed wording somewhere and all of a sudden it's just not working. Max core value. This is going to be get core. Get core. This is going to be max core. And then this is going to be core image mid. There we go. Now we're supposed to actually be able to set the values as they get updated. And we should see that pretty fast here. All right. Because I think that if everything works as it should, we should get an updated version of the shield on the NPCs. Oh, I think we're getting a lot of errors here, so we're gonna take a look at that first. Behave. What are we doing here, man? Where should we start? I forgot to include something somewhere. Oh, here we go. Gonna forward declare that. Yeah. Start there. Put the little hammer down. See what it is that we can do to update this. Yee! And that's it. That's all it was. 58 errors, and that was all it was. All right, here we are. So let's see if we can get something happening here without crashes. I'm gonna take our enemy here. I'm gonna target him. Let's see here if we get any kind of updates. Yes, it's very hard to see because it's blue on blue. Let's see here. There we go. It is updating. See that? Jumping up a little bit every now and then. So we actually getting the ASC of this character. Pretty cool. All right. So now I want to see some damage make down this. So what I'm going to take is this container here. And first we're going to damage it one time, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click the exit button and we will get damage on our character, but nothing will happen on this guy. We got a little damage. But now we're going to damage it again. We're going to explode and make it explode. So boom, boom. And it should actually hit this guy as well. Exit. Boom. Yes. Boom. It went boom. That is so cool. Now we have a widget that will actually display damage made to our opponents. That is pretty freaking cool to me. So yeah, that's you know, pretty freaking cool. and you see that he's regaining some shield, and I don't know exactly how all these things is gonna work. We'll see, you know, going forward here. I just got excited when that's happening. We're gonna clean up this file a little bit so we can move on to something else. But now we get our opponents, when they get damaged, we can actually see that happening. So when we shoot that thing, we will be able to follow and see, you know, when it's getting lower and lower and lower, and hopefully explodes and drop its loot container and whatnot. Pretty exciting stuff. Pretty exciting stuff, I would say, at least for me. All right. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna remove some of these functions we're not gonna use. So for example, these guys, boom, gone. On shield, though, these guys here, don't need those anymore. Gonna update those. That is fine. That is fine. The target name, yeah, I don't know. Have to look at that. I don't know. Set distance is fine. That's working. Good function. Can remove these things here. Remove target from target container. Remove target from target container. All right. I don't know what that is doing right now, but yeah. Add target to target container. Cool. Set max targets. That's fine, I guess. And that's materials. That is good. So I did what I was supposed to do right now. So that is cool. Let's see here. So we can close that. We can close that. And we can start closing these things down. So I need to start thinking about what I'm supposed to do the next thing. Going to attack. Because that was, you know, the big thing. I was like, oh, I gotta get that done. There's so much small shit that I need to do. Need to attack, but we'll take it one at a time. Do whatever I feel like doing. Sometimes I feel like doing big things, big tasks, you know? Sometimes I just want to do the small little tweaks here and there, make sure that things are actually working exactly as I want them. One thing I want to do is I need to update these containers here. First of all, that's one thing I need to do. I need to be able to add my, whenever I let's see here. Don't have any. Open that one. We got a couple of secured boxes in there, so I can move that into my, I'm gonna drop it on my ore storage here. My ore storage is supposed to only be able to handle ore, but right now I can actually handle whatever I want in here. So I'm gonna put these up. So this is something I need to work on. I don't really know exactly what to do here, but I need to be able to add numbers here, right? And right now I can do that, but what I want to be able to do is use that passcode to access containers that I don't own. So if they put a passcode in, I don't own that container. I'm not a part of the current squad. I'm not a part of the current organization or alliance. I should be able to put my passcode in there and access whatever is in the container. That's one thing I need to work on. Don't know yet exactly how to do that. I mean, if I now deploy this, let's see, do we even save this in my save file? That's a good freaking question. So I'm gonna look at Galaxy's open file location, do my save. I'm gonna open my own Let's see here. See if we even saving our passcode. We can start with that and see if we save that in our files. So let's see here. Oh, go. Let's deploy this. So we got passcode and we got a passcode in there. Let's see here. Okay, that's not it. Secure container. Can be hacked. Yes. Squad balls, org balls, passcode balls. It's gotta be the last one. Yes. And that is actually a passcode. We are saving the passcode in there. And let's see here. So we're gonna do this just so we can play around with this a little bit. Add a couple of containers with my secondary account here. Let's see. Let's place boom. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 3. I want this to be going totally automatic, but yeah, doesn't really do that. You know, when you put it 1 in the first one, I want that to jump to the next one, but I have to use my tab button. I want this to like do a tab straight away, so you can mark the next one, and you know, you can just add numbers. But yeah, I'll do that in a bit. Okay, now I got 2 containers that have passcodes in them. So now we can just look at that here. We got that passcode 12345, then the passcode 98765 put in there. So now that we are, start with 2 players. No, 1 player. All right. Now we see that we have the hacking. We can hack this container, right? But we also have this look in container. Now we're not supposed to be able to look in the container. We're supposed to be able to, if we don't own this, if we're not a part of their squad, we're not a part of their org, and we're not a part of their alliance. So here, now these are false, so it doesn't really matter, but let's say that one of them are true here. So for example, my squad here, we change that to true. Ooh, need to be true. So what it's supposed to do is, if I am a part of the same squad, I should be able to just open it up here, and the hacking symbol is not supposed to be there at all. I should be supposed to be able to just click there and open it and get into it, right? However, if I'm not a part of the squad, and it has this access code is true, that means I'm supposed to be able to see when I click on this, I'm supposed to get like a place where I can enter a access code, a passcode, so I can get into this container. So I want to look at what's happening exactly here now. When I'm clicking on that, I'm supposed to be checking if we have access to it, and if we don't, then we should get a prompt saying, hey, give us the access code. So that's what I need to do. And it should be a prompt window, I think. Let's look at the prompt window. Oh, shit. Material, data. I don't even know where the fuck I am. UI. Fitting window. This is my prompt window. And I think we can use this. Let's see. Prompt switcher. Change store's name. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should do a new one. Totally new one. Or I could just add. Let's see, what is this? This is a size box. That's a size box. I can just add a size box. Let's just see what happens if I do that. If I add a size box, just add it there. Boom. It will leave a blank window and we can fill that with whatever we want. So I'm thinking that what we can do, we can dynamically add a size box and create whatever we want in there. That's why I don't really like that we have these things already worked up. To be honest, these should be a separate widget that we are creating when we are launching the widget. So I think that's something we need to do too. Rework these so it's individual widgets instead of something I put up here. Oh, I gotta take care of the dogs. Give me a second. Oh my god. Dogs and garbage trucks and mailmen and... What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Right? Anyway, so I think that's what we need to do, is start reworking these a little bit as well. So let's see here. Delete that. That's 300. Yeah. Oh, change this into whatever we want. Huh. See that this is weird. This looks really weird because that button gets all squished. Image. Vertical box. Horizontal box. That's that. I'm thinking if we... I just want to see... There we go. It's supposed to be auto. See that? Then it doesn't get squished. It's good. Right. That's fine. So there's that. Now we got that switcher, and now we can fill the switcher with whatever we want. So we're gonna create a widget. Cool. Create a widget, and we'll do that in here. That's fine. Let's take a... Right now, we're just gonna do a user... What the hell am I doing? User interface. widget blueprint. Thank you. Okay. And this is WPBP underscore, and this is going to be passcode widget. Fine. So this is just going to be a size box. That, and in the size box we're going to have we're going to be a layer, right? We're going to have two things. We're going to have a layer. So we're going to have a vertical box, and then we're going to have, like, at the top we're going to have a horizontal. Oh, we can probably have two horizontal boxes, to be honest. Build this now, and in the top we're gonna have two things. We're gonna have a text block, and we're gonna have a button thing. It's gonna be a button. Yeah, we need a button so you can actually choose to. You can choose to go in and hack if you don't have the right thing. If it is hackable, but it will always be hackable if you get a passcode, right? Questions what I called those buttons. Let's see. Processing. I want to see what the button is called. That's a button. What type is it? WBP reprocessing button. I have a specific button for reprocessing. That's weird. I don't know what I was thinking there, but let's see if we have another button somewhere else. Ship window. No, not ship window. Overlay. Hacking. That's where we're at anyway. So these buttons are reprocess buttons is what I use. Alright. Cool. Let's see. Reprocess button. There we go. Boom. Oh, beautiful. All right, size box. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be 100 and 150 and 200. I'm gonna set this to custom, maybe. No, shut. What am I doing? Jesus Christ! This is always so freaking weird. Desired. Okay. We're gonna do 200 by 150. Gonna work either. 300. Okay. So what is that size? That's 250 by 300. So it's 250 width. Okay. And I'm gonna say button. A little bit too big, isn't it? I don't know. What it's supposed to say here? It's supposed to be enter passcode. Alright, yes. So, and we want to set text. I don't know. 24? Is that too big? That's probably too big. 18. Oh, 180. Why not? This button is a little bit too big. How the fuck do I set that size so it's... Jesus. Where did they do that there? Horizontal, fill. Horizontal. Stretch, stretch. Is this the same fucking button? Stretch, 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 fill. I don't know. That seems to be very, very too big. Much too big. I have a feeling I can. I keep this. Hold on. Let's wrap this with a horizontal box. I'm gonna say 0.4. Let's see if I do that. That is just gonna not make it smaller. I don't know. Oh, this looks horrible. Anyway, yeah, as soon as I say that, it's just gonna do that here. I don't think I want to text on that. All right, let's just do this for now. Don't like this at all. Yeah. Copy that. Go. Okay. All right. Anyway, what I want to have here now is basically, let's see, is basically target radio controller, reprocessing over the radio menu, hacking. The hell did we have that? It's gonna be widget controller. Here we go. No, not widget controller. Control widgets. Thank you. This is what I want. Passcode widget. Passcode widget. Passcode widget. Put that there. Fill that. That is not what I want. Stop. WBP. WBP underscore pass. What the hell? Am I creating this dynamically? Yeah. I'm creating that dynamically. That's fucking interesting. Why can't I? What's so special about this freaking widget? That's a widget. What is so special about this? Isn't that interesting? I can't create it dynamically, but it's just interesting that I don't see this. Could it be something in the settings? So weird, isn't it? All right. We'll create a dynamic. That's not the end of the world. I just need to create a. Just weird. I don't know what the hell I was doing there. All right. Let's name these things. There's gonna be passcode container. Yeah, this is gonna be hacking button. Remove source. I'm actually updating that, so I don't know. Let's do strike brush outline settings. Let's do 2. Let's just do that. I'm gonna do shadow offset to 2. Shadow on it. Okay. I don't know. Always want the size box to be able to control that just in case. Box. Padding on the right, just a little bit. Nothing fancy. Padding on the left. Push it up a little bit. And we're gonna go and create a couple of widgets, a widget and a widget controller. Controller, a UI widget. Right from that. Right. I removed all those. Oh, no, we didn't. It's gonna be passcode. Enter passcode widget. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Here it's just we're gonna put it. That's where we're gonna put it. And there's gonna be a passcode widget. All right. Okay, cool. We got that there. It's gonna create a widget controller for it as well. Let's see here. With 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 jet controller. Okay, I gotta get the dog out of here. All right. Let's see here. So this is controller, and this is the actual widget we're gonna use. So let's see here. Oh fuck! That's why it didn't work. Interesting. I named it the same fucking thing. That's why it didn't work. That's fine. I mean, we needed to create that anyway, but UI hacking. Where are you? Jesus, I don't even know where I put it. There we go. That's that. What the fuck? Draggable floating hacking. I've been going into that floating like 10 times now. That one needs to be updated name wise. So this can be enter. There we go. And to be honest, now I think we should be able to find the WBP underscore tasks. passcode. No. Passcode. Can't still. I don't know. It's so weird. Alright, it doesn't fucking matter. It's fine. So we're gonna do here, I'm gonna take another class. We're just gonna copy a couple of things. Yeah. I just never remember the meta here. Let's see what we got. We got a horizontal box. New horizontal box. Or we declare that, and this can call this guy. Boom. And we got a root size box. I'm gonna copy that. Sometimes you need to use it. Box. Forward. I'm gonna call this root size box. And I don't think we need the button. I think we should be fine there. Container. And okay. T object pointer. We need that T object pointer. We're gonna do a new enter passcode widget controller. So we declare that, and I'm gonna call this controller. And then we're gonna say widget set. Control is set. Do that. Generate definition. That we're gonna say controller equals cast. We're gonna cast the U enter passcode widget controller. And we are going to cast. We're gonna cast the widget controller. And that's it. And now we can go into the controller. So I'm gonna take these two. There. I'm gonna say public. Take those. Yeah, we're gonna declare that. Declare that. Come on. Oh my god. Okay. Just declare it like this then. New size box. Ah! There we go. We got that. And now we're gonna do a void init controller. And we're going to have a U horizontal box reference called in passcode container. And we're gonna do a U size box reference called in root size box. Okay, like so. Boom. And then we're gonna have a T sub class of. It's gonna be of this guy here. Passcode widget is called a passcode widget. U passcode widget, and we'll declare that passcode widget class, and then we're gonna say we're gonna have a new property on that as well. And then we're gonna do the same freaking thing for the U passcode widget controller. Do declaration passcode widget controller class. Cool. Then we're gonna do a constructor to use set that controller. That boom. constructor there, and we're gonna do knit. Come on. Arr. Why are you not doing this? Thank you. Alright, so we're gonna say passcode container equals in passcode container. And we're gonna say root size box equals in root size box. Boom. Boom, 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 shika boom, 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 boom. Cool. So we got that. We're going to let's go and sneak in somewhere. We're gonna do this first. Controller, and we're gonna init controller, and we're gonna take the passcode container. We of course want to dereference that. Then we are going to dereference the root size box. Boom. And that's what we have there. Let's see. All right. So what else do we need to do? Well, we are going to steal some code here. Doesn't really matter what code. Maybe this one. We'll see. Target delay. No. We just had it the other second. Target lock widget controller. It should be in here. And that is a material, so that's not going to work. Oh, could have done that. How about the overlay? Yeah, look at that. Just steal that. Pretty little code. What are you going to do? Close that. Close that. Say, there we go. Put that in there. Here, no, that didn't work. There we go. Boom. So we're gonna do here. I'm gonna take our passcode. Boom. And we're gonna take our passcode widget. Boom. We're gonna take our passcode widget. Boom. I'm gonna say. We're gonna include that, and we are going to take that there. Now we're gonna rename this. Just for clarity, don't use code names. That doesn't make any freaking sense. Doesn't really matter. But we're gonna take our passcode widget here. UI controller widget. This guy here. We're gonna copy the reference there. I'm gonna put that here. And I'm gonna remove some of this extra stuff. Fluff that we don't need. Boom. Done. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Extra fluff. We don't need extra fluff. And we are in there. We are there. Yes. Right. So we're going to add a new function here called void add passcode widget. Right? And this is just gonna be as soon as we are here, we need it. We are going to add the passcode widget. Do that here and there. Right. So Cool. So now we need to create the widget. Let's grab that code here. Well, why not? There we go. Boom. Take all that. Just update what we need to. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to have a passcode widget. Boom. And the passcode widget is this guy here. Boom. We need to make sure that he's included in our. I don't know why this doesn't really work. It's supposed to work, right? Isn't it supposed to work? Here we go. HUD? Yeah, we need to include a HUD, but that's not what I was thinking it would. Alright, okay, I'll do it manually. Include. Yep, spelled that correct. Okay, so UI and widget and HUD overlay and hacking and enter passcode widget. What the fuck? Oh, for fuck's sake. This is not a controller. My god, what now? Why are you red? What am I missing? What am I missing? Got that controller. We got this one. Where am I looking at that code for? Passcode widget, is it view passcode? Alright, let's do the rest and we'll go back to that. There, I don't know why. Come on. Yes, component. What the hell was that? Canvas panel slot? What? No. Oh, that's because of all that shit down here. Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah, I'm gonna remove you. Include. Didn't I already do that? Oh fuck! It's the wrong fucking thing. Yeah. Sometimes I'm amazed. Stupid I am. That's the play controller, and we're going to do the passcode widget controller. Right? Yeah. And no. This is the active button holder controller. That's some other code that we don't need. That was just a copy paste shit. All right. Okay. So now we have that. Let's take a look what information we actually need in that class. Passcode widget, passcode controller, controller function library. I don't even know where am I using that. Why am I using my function library here? I don't think I used my function library here. Why would I use that? Oh, all right. All right. Cool. So set the widget controller. We're going to look at my view passcode widget controller. Passcode widget controller. Where is that, by the way? Passcode widget controllers. Information widget controllers. Information widget controllers. Okay. So information widget controllers. Passcode widget controller. Here we go. No real add box number box. Commit text. Got a lot of stuff happening here, but I don't think anything that actually needs to be added. Thinking, how do we know? Current index. All right. Hi, Sir Bosso. How you doing, man? Having a good day? All right. Let's just add this to the container. Add child. Add child. And we're going to say new widget. That should add one of those. Let's take a look at what it looks like. We don't know what it's going to look like because how would we know that? We need to add it to the screen somehow. We need to add it to the screen somehow, right? Oh, first of all, we can add it to our widget. It's good, good, good. Where were you from, Sirbosa? Are you from down there, from India as well? Or, I'm sorry, I don't remember it, but if you are, be safe down there, man. Be safe. All right. So we're gonna do here. We're gonna go into my. Yeah. I'm gonna remember where the fuck it was too. Nope. There. We're gonna go there. We're gonna change our user widget to enter passcode widget. Save. I'm gonna go back to the designer. No. All right. Okay. It's hard to remember exact where everybody lives, and you know. I talked to Depinder earlier about what's happening down there. Was kind of scary. All right, so we're gonna have that. We probably need to have some kind of button. Oh, big stuff, big stuff. Enemy spawner, health bars, and other big stuff. Yeah. Oh my god. Like make models. Holy shit. Yeah, that you got your work cut out for you. I don't really like that kind of thing with a deadline. It's like it freak me out, and then nothing get done, and then it's just bruh. All right. So what I'm gonna do here, though, is let's see here. I want to look at. Let's see here. I want to do that, and I want to be able to when I click on the open button, if the stuff is gonna happen if I don't fulfill certain rules. So we're gonna look at the radial widget controller here. We're gonna look at that, and we're going to see if we click on open. On target, open. Here we go. Do not show hacking and is a storeable item. Is not a vehicle except if it is our vehicle. So be show open. So we're going to do that. Add that. And if we click on open, that's what we're going to do. Open container. This is where we need to check what is actually going to happen. I'm gonna have two options. Close that down. Oh, texturing. Well, you know, to be honest, there's a lot of shit I need to do, and one of the things I really want to do is to get a second character into my game so I can start working on you know, for the character need to be able to change vehicle. And one of the things is to build a model and texturing it. And texturing is like what puts me like, yeah, I can do it later. I can do it later because, you know, the whole texturing thing was just, I mean, it's not like I don't know how to do it. It's just that it's a lot of work and going to take a lot of hours. So, well, but good luck, man. I wish you the best. I believe in you. You will get there. Don't worry about it. All right. So we got open. We're selected open. Now we want to do certain things depending on some rules. Let's put this down here. So if we are not the owner, if we are the owner, or we have the correct access rights to open container, then we do that. If we do not, if we are not the owner and we do not have the correct access rights to open container, and the container has a passcode entered, then we need to have a new function here, and the function is going to be called create passcode widget. Don't. Widget. What the hell is that? We'll figure that out in a second. Open container somewhere. Pick up, look at, open container. All right, do that here. Void, boom. Do I need to have them blueprint callable? Right. Let's just add that just in case. I don't think I do need that, but that's okay. All right. So create passive. So we need to have a function that will determine that for us, though. Here. If need add. Oh my god, I'm so bad at these names. Rider is giving me, it helped me with the adding the includes. That's why I use that. To be honest, it was a game changer when I didn't have to find all the includes. It just helps me with that, and that point alone made me use Rider instead. So I can just Alt. No, what am I doing? Yeah. So if I need an include, it will highlight in red, right? So I can usually just click on the right there, or I mean, where is it? Alt Enter, I think, and it will just include whatever you need. Usually, stuff like that, and that was a game changer for me. So I need a function to check this, and I need to name it something. Has access rights. There we go. Boom. Boom. Else. Okay. Need to have that function created. Void. No, it's a bool. 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 Has access rights. Right. Okay. Need to figure out how to do that. So this is always fun. So we need to have a function. We have a function here, and we are going to use that to check whether we have access rights. And if we have access rights, we're just opening the container. If we did not have the access rights, it's going to create the passcode widget where we can enter the passcode. So how do we do that? So we need to check. Let's see here. How do we do that? We need to get some information from the widget, right? From the actor. If hold on. If the container is not hackable, that means it's open for everybody. Turn true. If container owner and my character. Oh, let's see. So let's see here. So we need to know these things. If it can be hacked, if that is false, then we return true. If B squad access equals is true, and we have the same B squad ID as the owner, return true. If org access is true and we have the same org access ID, as the owner, true. And we'll say if client access is true, and we have the same Lions ID as the owner. Untrue. I think that is all of them, right? Else. Container is not hackable, return true. Squad access is true, and we have the same squad ID as the owner. Untrue. So first of all, we want to grab the target actors. We want to grab the target actor. See. So I think we have the target actor here somewhere. Loading widget, selection prompt, same actor, target actor. There we go. Get the target actor, and we want to get first of all. We're going to check here if target actor is equal to our actor. Get current. Okay, so we're going to do UGT function library. Get current avatar. I don't know. Okay, controllers. We got. Turn true. There we go. Right? That's the first thing. So let's see here. I want to double check. Yeah, all right. That's the first thing we're gonna do. So if the target actor is our actor, return true. Because if we right click on this and we click on this guy here, that's an open symbol as well. And we want to be able to open ourselves if our own inventory if we click on that, because it's the same freaking symbol and the same system. So we want to check, is that us? Then yes, return true. That's the first thing. Okay, the next thing is, are we the owner of the item? Are we the owner? Owner, the item. So let's see. So we're gonna get owner from the target actor. So I'm gonna say we'll never be able to open another target, another vehicle. Are you using C++ for UI? Yeah, but I'm using C++ to build up certain, when I want to dynamically add things to a widget, and when we're controlling what we're showing, different controls. If we need to control stuff in the UI, if we want to update the UI, all that things happens in C++, yes. So that's basically what I'm doing now. I'm building my widgets in with the blueprint. So all my widgets are built like this. you know. But then I connect them to C++ and I update them in C++ to do whatever I want them to do. So sometimes it takes a little, like, oh, okay, I have to sit there and like, okay, so what do I need to do? And I write out, you know, what I need them to do. Because right now, this code is going to tell me if I have access to a specific container or a specific, when I want to open a container, do I have access to that? So, and I check that with all this C++ code, and then, you know, all the controls happening here. And I add in new UI and whatnot in C++. All right, so are we the owner of the item? So we need to get the ownership of the item. So we're going to go into our code here and check our container. The interactable base class is the thing we need to do. And we're going to, we got a couple of things. So get access code implementation. That's good. Get has access code. What is that doing? I don't remember that. Let's see. Get has access code. Access right. P has code. Huh. Get the hacking component. Okay. Let's see. So get active unique ID, get update name, get name variation, item use, setting prompt. Show hacking, get owner unique ID. Here, guide. That's the one we want. Let's just do that here. F guide. Item owner equals I interactable interface. I'm gonna say execute get item get item owner unique ID. I'm gonna say target actor. That's what we're gonna use here, right? We got the item owner. I can call it ID. Okay, and I'm gonna get our ID. So our vehicle ID. Play controller ID. Shit. Play controller. Let's see. Get. I want to have our ID. These things need to be able to get as well. I can copy those now that I see them. Oh, there we go. Boom. Set current. We got that. Get processing. Get find. There's so many functions here. I just need to find the right one. So I want to get controller ID. That's the one we want. Okay. I'm gonna say F guide. Character. Player controller ID equals. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna say player controller, because we are in our controller, so we got access to our player controller already. But that is not the right. That's the current. So we're gonna do get EDPC, which is the right format of the player controller. Right? then we have these. We can actually get those. Should actually, to be honest, I would like to have these as a struct rather. So to be honest, I would like to set these up as struct. See if it's not already a struct. Current access IDs. Let's see what that is. Current access IDs. Dot. So got that. Access right data equals. So I wouldn't get that. Let's get a getter on that. Current access IDs. Let's see if we don't have a getter for that. Set access. Get access though. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Get accesses. So, and return access right data. No. This is not. Oh, this is in the internet. Oh shit. Well, we need that anyway. So that's fine, but shit. Wait a minute. That's from our. Ah, shit. I just want to see what this includes. So get the B alliance right. Has passcode, has org right. Yes, we need this. I need to do this into a. I need to do this into a interface query instead of a straight query. So we go do get access, but this is going to be a interaction, and we say interactable interface. So, and let's do this guy here. Copy that, and we're going to copy this. We can just X that out. So now I can do a virtual here. I can do a virtual F access right data. Call that get accesses implementation. That's what we want to do. Boom. Generate that. And now we can return current access IDs. Cool. Interactable interface. Execute. Get accesses. And we're going to use our target actor for that. This is target access, right? Okay. Because then in here, let's see, set access data access IDs. I just want to take a look at actually what this actually entails. So we have the alliance rights, we have the passcode, we got the org rights, we got the squad rights. The question is, do we have the alliance IDs, org IDs, or squad IDs? To be honest, I think those are empty. Because I think I need to get that, because you can leave a org. So let's say you place down a container, and then you have it in your squad, and the squad is a very temporary thing, right? You have it right now, and in 10 minutes you might leave the squad, and you don't want to be able to get to the items inside there if the owner has left the squad. So we need to get those current values. So we have that anyway, and then we need to know what the current squad ID is for the owner, the item owner IDs. We need to get, let's see, I need to get the F guide, the item owner, current item owner, current squad. Right? Now we don't have that yet, but I need to be able to get that in a way. F guide, item owner, current org ID. I'm gonna do ID. F guide, item owner, current alliance. Alliance ID. Then we're gonna have my F guide. Nope, don't need that. So we're gonna say right now we're just gonna do equals F guide, new guide. What we're gonna do here, because we haven't gotten to the point that we actually have any orgs or alliances or squads, so we can just create new ones. We're gonna say to do boom. Update whenever we have squads, orgs, and alliances. There we go. So we can just do I don't know. Just want to do something that we can see clearly that something is happening here. Copy that. Oh shit. That was a little bit too much. Ah, that's fine. Because that's a big to-do, 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 to-do. Anyway, so now we can say if let's see, target right data dot. We're gonna start with squad right? If that is true, and item owner's squad IT is the same as I'm gonna say our play controller and get current squad ID. Boom. Return true. So now we have the B squad is right. The B squad right. So if the B squad has the right to access it and the current squad ID is the same as my squad ID, then I return true. Okay, so now we can just do it for the B org right, and org ID is the same as my current org ID. Then I have the right to get into it, and if let's see, let's copy this again. B alliance right and current alliance ID is the same as current ID alliance. That I'm just gonna copy that, put that there, and we can return true. So if any of these are correct, then we have access to it and we can move on from there. So let's see. We have one more here that we want to check. We want to check that after this one. First, we want to know if it's our avatar. And now we're going to check if this is even hackable. So we're going to check that by, I wonder, that's something that's in here. No. Okay, so I'm going to check that on our base class. Right, so how the hell do we do that? Well, let's see. Item can be hacked. Look at that. I wonder if we return that somewhere. Four, 6. First of all, why is we getting a oh, that one can be removed. Thank you. But we don't return that. We should actually return that somehow. We can do that in another interactable. Do that here. Boom. This is actually interesting. Items use settings prompt. If we don't use a settings prompt, it's not going to be hackable. Is there any items that are going to be hackable, but we don't set our settings prompt? Yes, there is. There is. Okay, so we are going to sidestep that because there are some things. I think. All right, cool. I'm thinking about things that we won't be able to set ownership on, but we can hack. For example, containers that are like site containers that are not owned by any players. Item is hackable. Oh shit. Item is hackable. There we go. That, and I'm gonna return. What's it called? Is hackable? I don't know. Item can be hacked. That's the one we want to be able to return. Boom. Let's just do this. If not, interactable interface execute item is hackable. If that is not true, and we do that with the target actor. Return true. There. You can actually do that for all these. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I use this extra space. That. There. Do that here as well. There we go. Oh, okay. Otherwise, at the bottom, we're going to return false. So, let's see here. We got all these. Are we the owner of this item? Is it not hackable? If the squad access is true and we have the same as the owner. Boom. Oops. Then we have if the squad. Go. That. That's for the org. This is for the alliance. We got all of them down. Turn that. Okay. I think that's it. Cool. Owner ID. We're not using this. There is one we're missing. This is not the, are we the owner? This is, are we the item? We need to have one more actually. Because this is basically, are we the item? Is it our vehicle storage in itself? So we have one more. Are we the owner of the item? So if we can do that, hold on, we're gonna X that out there. Put that below here. If the item owner is the same as this guy here, then we'll return true. Boom. Cool. All right. So that's cool. Cool. So we have the access rights. Do we have access rights? No. Okay. Else if, now this is just a extra check because it's not supposed to even be here if this is not true. So what I want to do is I want to check could actually do that here. Let's see here. We might have to, because I want this guy here before. Otherwise we have to fight it twice. So we're gonna add that there. And let's see here. Have access rights. Access rights. Add that here. And this guy is going to be fine, I think. So what I can do now, take this guy here, X that out, and I'll add it before this here, and we're gonna add that. Oh, not, oh shoot! There we go. Because otherwise we're gonna do this dot passcode. This is just an extra check. It has to be there, otherwise, you know. Oh, good. I don't know what to say. If this is false and this is false, then it shouldn't even have that open container function widget kind of deal. So coffee. Jesus, I'm just running away. It's fine. So we're gonna check here now. We're gonna create our passcode widget, and then we are going to see if we need to get the access code somehow, but that's fine. Boom. Okay, and we're here. So hey, Coltrane, are you okay now? I'm a little upset earlier. Oh, still upset? You really don't like to be sitting outside there. Huh. Should we go get some coffee? Go make some coffee? I'm gonna create this passcode widget here, but sure, we can go get some coffee. Yes, can I put this? I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, back. Oh, oh, the dog ate. No, it's a horrible, 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 wonderful dog. It's very special. It's very special. He's kind of the nicest dog, but then all of a sudden, as soon as we streaming or talking on the phone or anything, he goes ballistic, and he just cannot be in the same room as when we speak on the phone or when we are streaming or anything like that. He just goes start rounding up us, walking round us, start barking, barking, barking. It's like crazy. I can't have him in the room with me when I'm streaming. It just doesn't work. So you have to deal with it being outside in the hallway or in the bedroom or whatever he's doing. All right. So we want to create our passcode widget. That's what we want to do here. And so basically we want to we want to create our prompt window here. This is the one we want to create. So let's see, we are using this. Let's just go in and just copy some code if we don't need to actually do something. Using, trying to find it. Here, sub widget button controller. I think this is where I use the selection prompt. Got that there, so we can just copy that stuff. Don't use a controller on it. Interesting. Selection prompt. Huh. Don't. Okay. What are they doing out there? I have the selection prompt here already. Okay. Let's check what they're doing. Sounds weird. It was just weird noise. I don't want it. Yeah. Oh. He wants it. He needs it. All right. So we have the selection prompt here already. So that means that I actually used it already here. So let's just copy this and just see what the hell we're doing that with. Change name. All right. So, oh yes, I redid the prompt because I was dealing with some bugs and I tried to figure out what the fuck it was. There was something that was happening. So what I did was this prompt with it, I actually redid it. So it actually doesn't create a widget the same way as I did with other ones. That's fine. I just need to, let's see here. I don't want to do all this again, but I guess I'll do that now. Okay, so what we do is remember where the fuck it was. Let's see, copy this for now. Now we can deal with doing some kind of special widget, a special function to get this. The correct way I want, because all these are the same. That is vehicle. What? That is station item. That is vehicle. Well, that's gonna be false, I guess. Or maybe true. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Prompt index. This is where I do the prompt, because here you can add a new item and then we'll put, oh, it's just gonna be a freaking nightmare. Yeah, I'm back. So, okay. So so we want to set the prompt widget index. This is size boxes. We can add a size box here. Let's see what the hell we can do here. Box. Because this is not really how I want to do this. So this is 0, 1, 2, and 3. So this is going to be 3. Boom. Add the viewport. Blah 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 blah. Set back the prompt with it. That's fine. That's fine. Everything else is fine. So now at least we can test if we're even going to get a. Let's see. I need to do that one. No, not that one. That one. At least we can see if we are going to get this this window popping up when we don't have access to the actual container. Start getting tired. I've been up since 3:15 this morning, so it's about 12 hours now. I started out with watching 2 episodes of the new Andor series. So I've seen 2 out of the 3, and then I took the dogs out for a hour and 15-minute walk, and then we drove my wife down to the train station, and then I've been fiddling around at home for a couple hours, and then I start streaming, and yeah, so I start getting a little tired, a little bit. Just that. Okay, so we got some errors here. See what if we got the access right data. Yeah, I'm thinking to add that here. That's a struct called an F access right. Right data. So just forward declare it. I think that should be enough here. Get that errors to disappear. Yeah, no, apparently not. Okay, so we need to include that. Okay, so let's see if we can include that data. Access right data. Yeah, stop just pumping out errors right now. No, come on. This is what I said you were so good at. Delete. What the fuck are you doing? Okay. Let's just include that thing. Access data. Come on. Data access data. Okay. Data access. So we need to do that here. Include data access data. There we go. See if that helps. This is so 1980s music. All the TV shows in the 80s sounded like this. Looks like all my errors disappeared though. That's fine. That's good. Okay, so what is going to happen now, hopefully, is that I will get a prompt window when clicking these. And it's not what I got. I'm not supposed to get in there because I don't have the rights to this. That's when you start going like, oh my god, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm done. So hold on. Am I checking the wrong thing here? Let's go see there. Stop Coltrane. Oh, the dog is back in here and start circling around me. And then it's gonna start barking in a minute. See there. True. Has access right. If that is written true, have access right. Not true. Hold on. I wonder what is returning true here. Because this is going to return. This is not returning true. If it's not hackable, then it's supposed to return true. If the item owner is the same, return true. And these. Otherwise, it's going to return false. It's got to return false. What we can do is we can do that. Oh, wait a minute. We can do that. You can see which one I'm coming to. Because if I get to that and then next, not the next, then we know which one is not even getting in there. It's not even getting in there. Oh, what the hell? Hold on. I was gonna get the dog out. Okay. Start getting tired now and start seeing like, don't even get in there. Am I even in here at all? Is something not? Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm not even in here at all? What the hell? This is just showing. Calculate segments. What segment we're gonna have hacking open. I mean, that's one thing. It's not even doing that. What? Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm in the. It's okay. It just needs to be a little bit extra. I'm in the widget controller, and this is one of the widgets I redid. It's okay. It's just that I need to copy this code into the actual widget. Jesus Christ. This is when I go like, oh God. So this is when I was doing the resetting all the because of the errors. One of the widgets I was testing it on was this one, and therefore it's not gonna work here because it doesn't even use this freaking function. It does, yeah, but that's fine. So okay, let's see. So we're gonna do information. Look at create passcode widget. That's the one we want here. We can do. Let's just put that here. Just gonna copy the code. It's basically the same fucking thing anyway. Target on hacking return change pickup. Okay. Generate that. We can take create passcode widget. Okay. So E radial option. I'm gonna say open. There we go. Open container. So here we're just gonna copy this. Boom. Here. Boom. That's fine. That's right. Just this. Come on. Telling you how good you are at this shit. Oh right, this is a function. It's called has access right. This guy here. Copy that. Boom. Boom. I'm gonna add you to that. Okay. What did that do now? Okay, it's gonna copy all this. There we go. Play controller. Oh yeah, I call this. I rename this the new controller. Plum. Passcode widget. widget. Copy this. I was thinking about deleting this. This controller, but then it's like, yeah, I'll do it later. Yes, you're gonna make sure that everything works. And now I've been sitting and working the wrong freaking file. But it's okay, I guess. So let's see. I think that should be it. Actually, it's supposed to be not that much stuff. Double check. Open. That's the right. Otherwise, oh my god, it's a freaking Christmas song. There we go. All right, let's test this out again, and then we're going to be done as long as we get this thing to work. Because right now I'm starting feeling like my brain is saucing up. Gonna go down and watch the last of the episode of the Andor, I guess. Keep myself awake for another 2-3 hours because I need to go and pick up my wife. All right, let's see now. Nothing happens. All right, that's better than nothing. Let's see here. Let's just double check. Radial widget. Where are we? That's not where we want to be. Here we go. Let's just see if we are in here, or where we're at. We even get in here at all? Oh, yeah. Okay. So we don't get into any of them. False, 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 false. How can all of them be false? I shouldn't even be able to see it if it's false on all of the above. Clearly, it's something is wrong here. That is true. Wall access. False, false. That is true for access code. That is true for access code. That is false on all. But then it shouldn't show this. Okay. Let's see. So it's probably a bigger issue with how I set the access rights inside my item. So I have to look at that. False, 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 false. Right? Okay. I want to look at this then here before I do anything else. Oh, come on. Calculate the charge. Like that. Um, here, open. B, show open. B is interactable. Hold on. Interactable interface. So that is a interactable. And we're gonna check this. Show open. There we go. We have a hacking component, and it's an interactable type of storable. Oh, look at this. It's checking a function on the hacking component if it has access and has access code. So we got the access IDs. All right. This is something I need to really look a little bit harder into. And right now I feel that my brain is saucing out. So I'll do that tomorrow morning. For tonight, today, it will be it. And yeah, Spot Pop Gaming. And I'll see you next time. Enjoy your coding and have fun with C++ and everything. And yeah, take it easy. See you next time. Bye bye.